If you've ever searched for how to relieve period pain on the internet, whether you are a woman or even a guy trying to help someone that you care about, then this video is for you. Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Imidian Francis. Here we talk about everything women's health related. So I'm starting a series on menstrual pain, and here is what we'll be covering. The first video will be what causes period pain, and that's today's video. The second video will be how to relieve period pain, and the third will be how to prepare for your period. So kindly click on the subscribe button so you don't miss any video, and also like this video so that YouTube can show it to other people. Thank you. As a woman, your body is naturally programmed for pregnancy, and that is why you have a uterus. When I say naturally programmed, I'm not saying, oh, it's only women that can give birth, men cannot give birth. That's the truth. I'm saying that from January to December, your body is constantly trying for you to get pregnant. If you try January, if you don't get pregnant January, to try February, if you try March, and so on. Let me break that down. So like I said, you have a uterus. We're going to call that uterus the house inside of you. So every month, your body now comes to, furnish and decorate this house in preparation for a special guest, the baby. If you want to decorate your house, you will need help, but not just any kind of help. You will need help from people who are skilled with strength and expertise. And this is where estrogen and progesterone comes in, which are the two, main female hormones. What are their roles? Estrogen is the one with strength. So you think of estrogen as your personal shopper. So it buys the curtains, it buys the furnitures, it buys the carpets. Once estrogen is done with shopping, progesterone now steps in as the interior designer to, arrange everything. It fine-tunes everything, final touches, everything. Make sure that there is light and water. Light and water in this analogy are the blood vessels and the oxygen. Now, let me just add that progesterone is not the kind of interior designer that will just come, arrange everything and go. No, it's a live-in interior designer. So it's constantly making adjustments so that the baby will be comfortable. If you get pregnant and the baby comes, progesterone continues its job, all is well. But if you don't have sex, it means you will not get pregnant, and that means our guest is not coming. Your body now realizes that, oh, there is no need for the furniture and the decoration. Remember that I said that the job of the progesterone is to make adjustments every single day. Now that your body has said, this our baby is not coming, no, it means progesterone no longer has a job. So it packs its tools and leaves. See, I don't think we really understand our bodies. I don't think we are really grateful for our bodies, because our bodies, oh my God, it's just so smart. Now your body wants you to get pregnant every single month. It keeps trying to get pregnant, but it knows that there's a chance that you might not get pregnant. So it has a demolition crew called prostaglandin just waiting. There's a house inside of you. Your body every month decides to furnish a house, but your body knows that, okay, this our guest might not even come. So we have to break down this house. So it has people already waiting to break down this house. That is amazing. Now, the demolition crew, that is a prostaglandin, does not come out until progesterone leaves. And this is where it gets interesting. This is the reason you feel pain during your period. The interior designer is connected to the light and the water. That means if anything happens to the interior designer, light and water will be affected. Interior designer, progesterone, light and water, blood vessels, and oxygen. Your body has said, we no longer need your services, so Mr. Progesterone. Progesterone now carries its tools and leaves. Once progesterone leaves, this house that we have been building starts to crumble. Why? Because the blood vessels that were supplying the uterine lining starts to shut down. It's like cutting off light and water from the house. Without this blood vessel and oxygen, the walls of the uterine lining cannot function properly, so it is going to break down. Is this cutting of blood vessels and oxygen called ischemia, that's the medical term, that is responsible for the pain that you feel during your period? It's like the house is crumbling and also suffocating at the same time. At this point, the demolition crew, prostaglandin, now steps in to clear out everything. The house has fallen down. Of course, it needs to be cleared out. So it gives orders to your uterus to contract and push out the cotton, push out the carpets, push out the furniture. And that is the blood that you see every single month. Now, pay attention. The stronger the prostaglandin, the harder the contraction, the more painful this process is going to be. Let me break that down again. Feeling like pain during your period, it's okay, it's normal. You should feel pain because the blood vessels has been cut off. There's no blood supply and all of that. So you should feel pain. But the intensity of that pain depends on the prostaglandin. And this is why ibuprofen, diclofenac, Advil, this is why it works. Because these drugs work by inhibiting prostaglandin production. Now, what we need is not to stop the production of prostaglandin. What we need is to control it, because we need a prostaglandin. It's only prostaglandin that can push out, that can give orders to the uterus to push out everything. If the prostaglandin does not come, you will not see your period. So we need a prostaglandin. We just need to control their production. This is why some people will feel pain and others will not feel pain. Those that are not feeling pain is because the prostaglandin that is coming out is a little, but the ones that are feeling so much pain is because they have a lot of prostaglandin production. This is also why ibuprofen, quote unquote, does not work for some people. It's not that ibuprofen is not working, it's just that you're taking the ibuprofen after the prostaglandin has been released. If you're already feeling pain, your period has started and you're cramping, and you take paracetamol, you take ibuprofen, you take diclofenac, and it doesn't work, that's normal. You know why? Because the prostaglandin has already been released. It cannot work once it has already been released. That's why if you check online, they will tell you take it like 5 minutes before the pain starts. But how will you know the 5 minutes before your pain starts? So the best thing, personally, once I wake up, my period has started, I take ibuprofen first before I even go to take my bath, because I don't know. I don't know when the pain is going to come. You have to control the production first before it starts. Number 2, diet. Yeah, the second reason you might be experiencing period pain might just be your diet. Now, your menstrual cycle is divided into 4 phases, and throughout these phases, your body requires specific nutrients. Follicular phase, you need iron because you just lost blood, so you need foods that are rich in iron so you can replenish that blood. Ovulatory phase, you need zinc, you need vitamin C for immune function. Luteal phase, where you get moody, where you get irritated, where you get angry, where you start bloating, you need foods that are rich in magnesium, potassium, omega-3 fatty acids. The food that you eat during your luteal phase is like the most important kind of food that you should take, because this is the food that will affect you during your period. I don't think we really understand this thing, that throughout the month your body is preparing, like 4 weeks, the whole 3 weeks it is preparing for something. So you don't get pregnant, and then you have to see your period, and then when your period now starts, you just come in from nowhere to come and take ibuprofen thinking it will work. It will not work. You have to prepare your body. You have to stop certain things, like your body has arranged everything, and you just come from nowhere to do it. Will not work. It has to be a week to your period. There's even a gynae that says that the best way to stop period pain, if you want to use drugs, is by taking Advil or ibuprofen like 3 days before your period, just to control that prostaglandin production. Now back to the diet that I was saying. So now all through the month, you've not eaten good food. When your period starts, your body is like, hey, help me, oh Jesus Christ, help me, oh my father, my father. It has to look for reserves. I don't know if you know that when you're on your period, you get super hungry. Your body is just trying to pull out nutrients from everywhere. It's literally struggling to be alive, struggling to maintain balance. So of course you are going to feel pain. So another way to control your pain, to relieve your pain, is by eating healthy food. Magnesium, bananas, avocados, nuts, omega-3 fatty acid is basically fish. Girl, mackerel, sardines, taking a lot of that, and taking supplement too. Number 3, stress. When you are stressed, your body releases a hormone called cortisol, and what this hormone does is to tense your muscles. Now remember that for you to even see your period, your uterine muscles needs to contract. So your uterine muscles is contracting and you're feeling pain. You are stressed on top. The pain is times 2. Another thing with stress can heighten your sensitivity, your pain sensitivity. So the cramps that you're feeling might just be mild, but because you are stressed, you will now be feeling it at 100. So if you're a naturally stressful person, whatever that means, if you're always anxious, if you cannot sleep well at night, if you're not sleeping well at night, trust me, your body's not going to function properly. That's why I don't like when motivational speakers come to say, oh, why are you sleeping for 4 hours? Why are you sleeping for 5 hours? Don't you have dreams? No. You need to sleep well. Oh. You need to sleep well. It will affect other areas of your life. You need to sleep well. So if you cannot sleep well at night, I think I recommend that you take magnesium, and specifically magnesium glycinate, because if you take any kind of magnesium, you're going to have diarrhea. Magnesium will help you to sleep well at night. It will distress you. If you're always anxious, take magnesium. You are going to feel so much better. Another thing with stress is hormonal imbalance. Naturally, estrogen is going up, progesterone is coming down. Your hormones are naturally fluctuating. When you are stressed, say your estrogen was supposed to go up in the morning. When you are stressed, estrogen will go up morning, afternoon, and night. And we don't need that, because whatever is happening inside is affecting you on the outside. So buy magnesium so you can sleep well. Just avoid people that will stress you. Avoid them. Even if they're your family members, avoid them. In fact, avoid them like a week to your period, so that when your period starts, you will not be in so much pain. Now, the next thing that is responsible for the painful period that some people see might just be that something is wrong with your uterus. Now, painful period, medically, it's called dysmenorrhea. We have primary dysmenorrhea and secondary dysmenorrhea. The contraction, uterine contraction, diet, and stress, that is under primary dysmenorrhea. So you are feeling this pain because of a natural process called menstruation. Secondary might be because you have fibroids, you have adenomyosis, or you have endometriosis. This is why if you are feeling so much pain, excruciating pain, pain that is making you to question Jesus Christ, pain that is making you to question God, pain that does not respond to painkillers, not at all, pain that you'll be having severe diarrhea, vomiting, like you have to, it's as if you want to die. You have to give yourself, you have to come back and just rest. You cannot do anything. It's best that you go to the hospital and you get yourself tested, you get yourself checked out, you do scans to be sure that you don't have any disease. Now, if you have done the scans here, see, I always say this thing. If you go to your hospital, the first doctor see that nothing is wrong with you, seek for a different opinion, another doctor. Even if you go to a hospital now and they want to do surgery for you, always go and meet another doctor so that you will not put yourself at risk. So if you go to the first doctor and they say nothing wrong with you, go to the second doctor. Then the second doctor said there's nothing wrong with you. Then you will now know that, okay, your problem might just be too much prostaglandin, or make sure you go to the hospital. I have a video explaining the different menstrual phases and you should watch it. I'm going to put the link in the description. You should stop seeing your period as something that comes to disrupt your life. You've been seeing your period for the past 10 years and you'll be seeing it for the next 30 years. The least that you can do to yourself is welcome it and embrace it. If you keep seeing it as something that is separate from you instead of something that is a part of you, it will always feel like a burden. Your feelings are valid. Yeah, your period pain, everything. See, I don't have severe dysmenorrhea, but yeah, dysmenorrhea. I experience pain too, but I've started to see my period as something that is a part of me. It is going to come every single month and I'm going to welcome it and embrace it. And what I mean by welcoming and embracing it means I'm going to sync my daily activities with my period. There are just some days that I cannot be productive, so why am I forcing myself to be productive? There are just some days that I want to just watch movies, so why am I forcing myself to go and become the president of the world? Sync your life, your daily routine with your period. Understand your phases of your period, so you know, okay, at this point, this is the food I should be eating, this is what I should be eating, this is what I should be doing, I should be exercising at this point. Sync your life with it. Understand your cycle. Track your cycle. I don't know how to emphasize this. Tracking your cycle is very important so that you know what to expect. Your period is a part of you. You're going to see your period January, February, March, April, May, June, July. Welcome it. Embrace it. Something else that I want to add is with exercise. With stress here, I say this. Exercising, yeah, of course you want to maybe lose weight or gain weight or anything, but the first reason that you should be exercising is because you want to be healthy. While you're exercising, you see how stress releases cortisol and makes you more stressed and more tense. Exercising will release endorphins, and endorphins are like the feel-good hormones, and you're going to be much more relaxed. When I say that your body can heal itself, your body can actually heal itself. You just need to make some lifestyle adjustments. With that being said, my name is Emedion Francis, and I'll see you in my next video. Please don't forget to subscribe and like this video. Bye.